But anyways, let's move on to UFC. That's where we bought our UFC aficionado.
Yeah, this is what I want. Yeah, we're gonna learn a bit about UFC. I don't know nothing about this sport. All I know there's two Nigerians that are probably number one ranked in there.
Yeah, Israel and Kamaru, man, two beasts.
What weights do they fight at?
So Kamaru Usman is welterweight champ, which is 175.
It's much more than boxing weight.
And Adesanya is currently middleweight champ, which is 185.
Okay, so there's no way those two could fight.
I mean, they could, but I don't think they would because I think they're boys.
Yeah, they said they won't fight each other.
Yeah, they wouldn't fight each other.
I mean, they say that now, but...
I mean, yeah, if the money's right, yeah.
Put 10 mil on the table.
Yeah,
that's big money in UFC.
Yeah.
But them guys don't get paid at all.
Yeah, no, the whole thing in the UFC is crazy. How little they get paid.
And that's why, sorry to interject, that's why the boxing thing, you're going to have to literally tell people to take less money, like consider less money, like the guys at the top. That's why I don't think, even though in theory, you know, the one commission to delegate to everyone to make all the fights happen would be great, but the amount of money those guys are set to lose is too much for them, in my opinion. But yeah, Karen.
So yeah, I mean, you got a big card coming up. I think it's next week now. Next week or the week after, I can't remember. I think it's like beginning of March. But yeah, three big title fights. Headlined by, as we mentioned, Israel Adesanya going upper weight, challenging for the light heavyweight belt, which is at 205.
Sad Habib didn't do.
That's a big.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you look at UFC fighters, yeah, you like the weight cut they go through is scary how much they cut. Like John Jones at the moment, like when he cuts to 205, he looks massive. But even now, going up to heavyweight, because his whole thing now is he vacated the light heavyweight belt.
Okay, to go to heavyweight.
Now he wants to go to heavyweight, conquer heavyweight, and like when you're looking at all these videos of him training and everything, he looks yoked. He looks massive, and like John Jones is big as it is. Like he's huge for a light heavyweight, and like Adesanya's the same height as John Jones. Adesanya's 6'4", and he's cutting down to 185, which is scary. Like the weight cuts are mad. Like
even look 185, so it's like what 80 kilograms and a 6'4". 85, 80 something kilograms, 87.
Yeah, it's scary. And like they'll go into the fight. Like after they weigh in, they'll go into the fight like so much heavier than what they weigh in at.
Yeah.
Who's he fighting at?
He is fighting the current light heavyweight champion, Jan Blachowicz. He's last fight he won the belt. He won the vacant belt, and yeah, I feel like this fight is kind of it's in Adesanya's court. Like it's all in Adesanya's favor because like Adesanya's 20-0 in MMA, so he's undefeated. Yeah, it's hard to go undefeated in the octagon, like in MMA. So he's 20-0, and his star's just rising, and so it makes sense for him to go try and get that champ status because there's not many people that have done it.
Yeah, I think he's the fifth guy to do it if he does it.
I think fifth. Yeah, I think it's McGregor, Cormier, Nunes, Cejudo. And yeah, it'll be the fifth if he gets a win, which I probably think he will.
Would that make him better than Khabib? Would you say if Adesanya was to win two weights, be the current holder of 2 weights, is he better than Khabib? Or what Khabib did, is it just more impactful in his short time in the sport? In my opinion, it will start to bring the debate in, but I think he'll still need that marquee victory. I mean, Khabib's got Conor on his record.
Yeah, Khabib's resume is scary.
That Conor win. Every time Conor loses, it doesn't seem as credible. Do you get what I mean?
No, but that was then. I mean, to be fair, Conor had a bit time out, but still has that marquee win. And he has some other wins as well.
Yeah, still a star.
He has solid wins.
Star power.
Adesanya, who's the biggest guy on his resume?
I mean, after winning the belt, he beat Gastelum. He's a good middleweight contender. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, but that was a great fight. Then he beat Rob Whittaker for the main belt, which is like Whittaker's was middleweight champ for a while.
Yeah.
Then he beat Yoel Romero, which was a bit of a dead fight, but Yoel Romero's name's got star power as well, so that's a big fight.
So he's beating some.
Yeah, and he's beat Paulo Costa as well, who's a big Brazilian guy.
Yeah.
And like in every fight he's looked pretty comfortable, to be honest. The only one where he's kind of had to face a lot of danger was the Gastelum fight, where he kind of got caught in the first round, weathered the storm, and then those two just banged it out. Had a good like 25-minute round, just war. But yeah, as I said, I think this fight is it favours Adesanya because he's such an elite level striker, and like Blachowicz, he's like. Blachowicz' main kind of, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, innit? Oh. So the way for Blachowicz to win will be to kind of get him on the ground and kind of just pound him into the ground. Yeah, that's the thing. But
I can't be on the ground. Me, I can't touch him.
So he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Different form of jiu-jitsu. Because he's ground pounding game.
Yeah, he's different. He's a different style of wrestling. Yeah, he's what's it called? I can't remember the name of it.
When I saw that guy grappling bears, I was
yeah, listen, those guys from like the Dagestan in Russia, they
just grapple off.
Yeah, just wrestlers, and they're strong as well. They're strong as ox. Like
aside from Adesanya, who else is like a superstar in the UFC game right now? Like, if you were like for a novice, who would you say? Okay, have a look at. Like, he's rising. Who do you like that fight?
I think because coming up, there's a lot of good fights. There's a lot of good fights coming up. Obviously, you've got the card coming up next week where you got the 3 title fights. A couple weeks after that, you got the heavyweight belt with Miocic versus Ngannou. And if you want to see a knockout, watch Ngannou. Like, his fights rarely last a minute. He's just swing. But the torque he gets on every blow is like, it's scary. Like, watching him fight is actually like, it's terrifying because everything he throws with so much like venom. You're thinking, if this just clocks in there, then gone. But
so if he was to win, would John Jones be fighting the winner of that?
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Or John Jones and Gaku, wow.
Yeah, which would be nuts. But
John Bone Jones.
I think the guy at the moment really is Adesanya.
Did you see that thing when John Jones got robbed?
Oh yeah, and he caught them.
He tapped the gun on the window of the car. The guy stole it. He's lucky he didn't shoot him, fam. John Jones is a bit of a psycho.
Yeah, John Jones. Yeah,
to be fair, he's probably the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
Yeah, I think.
But he's a bit marred.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people entertain the Khabib.
Who's the other guy? Georges St. Pierre. I think that's the guy I'll go with. That's the greatest.
Yeah, nah, he did. He fought a lot of good guys at middleweight and welterweight even.
Does have the things that John Jones has, like the shortcomings.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with Jones. You try and give him the.
Twice,
but the second time he popped for
popping that dirty.
Yeah, PEDs. Yeah. So the fights are no contest.
Performance enhancers.
So that means Cormier won, isn't it?
No, it's just no contest. Yeah. Just no contest.
PEDs.
Just a mess, man.
You know what I mean?
Just a mess, man. Just beat up Cormier normally. Cormier's on the internet talking too much.
He's a talking head now. Obviously, there's still Amanda Nunes. You know, she's up there.
Yeah.
Wait, I've heard that talk that people are saying she's the greatest women.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. She as well, like
another Brazilian.
Yeah, another Brazilian. Yeah, but yeah, no. Nunes' rise has been
that woman that beat her
nuts to watch.
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm, yeah,
That's a strange.
But yeah, Nunes has been on a warpath, man. She's champ. She's current champ as well.
Can no one beat her? Is there no one to compete?
At the moment, no. At the moment, like anyone in those divisions just can't measure up.
Wiped out.
Like she's had one of the belts since 2016 and the other one since 2018, and she's defended them both concurrently, which is like none of the other champs have done that. So like when McGregor got the lightweight belt, he gave up the featherweight belt. Like Cormier won the heavyweight belt and then vacated the light heavyweight, and then Cejudo, when he won both belts, he retired.
Is Mayweather the biggest superstar to come out of the UFC then? As in,
Mayweather,
as in, is he the biggest name to ever compete in the UFC thing?
Like, Mayweather?
Yeah.
Floyd?
Not Mayweather. McGregor.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say, that's what I was.
Mayweather can't come into the octagon.
No, he'd get killed. But no, I think McGregor kind of put it all on the map, because like you come out and like you've obviously like the flashy suits and everything, like the elite level trash talk, like who the fuck is that guy, all that business like that. It just made the stocks of the whole UFC go up.
Yeah, he blew
but
out.
then now you're getting more stars, so like you're getting more eyes on the guys like Adesanya, like the Usmans, like the Nunezes as well. But like, I mean, you got to look at like the guys that came before McGregor as well. So you got Rousey as well. Rousey helped put it on the map.
Rousey, that's the first time I actually.
Yeah, because like I said, that's how I got introduced to it. Like she kind of brought it all on the map with like she was like the first kind of.
Is Brock Lesnar as well, man?
Lesnar, yeah.
Crap UFC, don't he?
He was champ, man. Got to put a little bit of respect on him. He was champ. Yeah, he was heavyweight champ.
But I saw him got banged up one time.
Yeah, listen, like I said, in the UFC, like that's what's so good about. That's what's so good about the UFC. You can have a loss, but then you can also come back from that loss and then become.
I heard one time Lesnar came with so many PEDs, it was a mad thing.
Listen, that yeah, I think like UFC. I think it's like UFC 200. He popped for everything. The guy he fought sued the UFC for it because I feel like the guy that he fought, Mark Hunt. I think he's saying that the UFC knew what was going on, so they let Lesnar juice to the gills go in there and just bang him out. And they let it happen. And he sued them.
He's a wrestler too, though. He's a wrestler. He's technically a wrestler. Those WWE dons, they're defo PED.
Oh, listen, yeah.
Up.
That's
fake. But
that's so fake. They back you up, though.
But that's why I really don't like PEDs in combat sports, because you could kill someone in.
I told you this. What did I say? We should just have every man just juice up on PEDs and then have your own fight. Like, that's calm. Let's see which is the best.
You're
PED.
dumb.
In fact, just fight for PEDs, fam.
Fight for PEDs. Fight for the most precious PEDs.
Yeah, that's the best PED. Instead of fighting for countries and all that, just fight for the PEDs and then calm. Calm.
So fight for pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? So I remember one of my brother's friends, he mentioned something similar like that as well for all sports. Everyone's beyond juiced up and see how fast the human body can go. You know what I mean? Juice them all up.
Instead of Olympics testing that 100 meters.
Scrap the testing.
Every time there's 100 meters, they always say, "Oh, this guy."
Let's break 9 seconds.
Just run it out, fam. Just break the Usain Bolt thing and just cut, fam. Let's go.
You know what I mean?
It is what it is.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
But I think it's very good. The UFC scene is it's growing, isn't it?
It's growing, massively.
And it even came into the UK audience. I heard recently. Sometimes they put in the times a little bit more.
Yeah, like when they're fighting in Fight Island in Abu Dhabi, like there was a week where like the cards were starting kind of 5 p.m, 8 p.m, which is perfect, bro. Because like when the cards in America, you're just like this one coming up next week. Prelims will probably start at 1 a.m. Main card 3 a.m. And then that can last for how long, man? So it's hard. It's hard to stay awake because
it's crazy.
Sleeping patterns then all in the mud, and then work on Mondays. It's a long day, man. But
I mean, I find it much easier because I'm working for home. But when you have to do that and go to the office,
God,
yeah. Like the basketball, the playoffs as well. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those people play against.
But no, it's getting a lot more popular over here because like you got a lot of UK guys that are stepping up now. Because obviously,
Bisping.
It was Bisping, yeah. He was middleweight champ for a while.
He used to get banged up as well.
He's held a couple horrible punches, especially one from Dan Henderson. My God,
got punched up.
Yeah, laid him out and then lunged.
That's the worst thing about UFC. They knock the gun out and they start still.
He didn't have to do the second one. He didn't have to do the one on the floor, but he did. It's gone. His neck was stiff as well.
Fam, it's crazy. It's a brutal sport.
Yeah, but yeah, like UK guys, you got Darren Till, fought for the middleweight belt, welterweight belt, couple years back, but now he's moved up to middleweight, so he's kind of looking for that middleweight belt, and then sort of, kind of not as prominent. I mean, as prominent even. Let me not do disrespect to him. Let me not do him a disservice. You got Leon Edwards.
Put spec on his name.
Who's at welterweight. He's ranked. He's third ranked in the rankings for welterweight, so
he's coming up.
He's got a fight coming up. He's been out of action for about 18 months now, which for like a third ranked fight is crazy.
That's a long time, because it seems like some of these guys fight every 2 months.
Yeah, like UFC, it's like they take a longer layoff because like it's rare that you can come out of like an MMA fight and not have some kind of injury. Yeah. But
it's a full body thing, isn't it?
I mean, that Miocic guy flipped. One of the injuries he was holding after one of those fights was nuts. Like, he broken so many bones.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL, was still fighting.
Yeah, listen, like these guys, they fight on like torn, like busted, but like it's like a good They say like a good leg kick is like the worst thing you can, which is what how McGregor lost.
Yeah,
because Poirier was just hammering down on the leg kicks, took out his lead leg, and he couldn't move.
Yeah.
Then that's when he started pressuring him and that.
I went to bed. They look like a drugger.
Yeah.
It looked like it was on crack.
You got to stop doing this Mayweather-McGregor thing. Because it's throwing me off.
What time you go to bed, G?
You know what I'm thinking, Mayweather? And they're just so linked in my mind. McGregor.
Yeah.
No one, Mayweather. I wouldn't scrap him though.
Scrap who?
Yeah,
Bro,
no.
bang you up. Bro.
Yeah, his hands are registered weapons. Like,
I'll trip him up though.
he could. I'll try to trip him up. Fam, by the time you think about put your foot.
Are you sure?
No.
Listen, before, I know where you're going, yeah.
He's hit you like 3-4 times.
Yeah. Listen.
Like, essentially, the guy's like what? He's like what? He's I'd say what's it called? Super lightweight. He's probably his prime division. One of those things, anyways. He's gonna be so quick, G.
I'm not trying to fight him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you try to stick your leg out.
I'm just gonna check my
I'm
leg out.
not trying to
He
fight,
comes
but I'll
running
trip
at
him
me.
up.
But the thing is, let's say it was in the.
Listen,
UFC,
while you're thinking about
if
tripping
it's in
him
the
up.
octagon with McGregor,
Tell us even before you thought about tripping him up. He's already sidestepped.
Yeah, while you're thinking about how you're going to trip him up, he's thinking, okay, he's going to try it, and then he's going boom, boom, boom.
I just leg kicked him one time.
He's already ducked him,
not.
bobbed and weaved.
Think about it. He's all about upper body. He's not thinking about his legs.
Fam, it's a street fight, so he's gonna be thinking about stuff, G. You may not be able to stop people like Conor McGregor's legs because they're actually, professional MMA blah 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 fighters. You, just a journeyman on the street. He's gonna do him, bro.
The only way I can beat him is if I grapple him.
You can't beat him, G.
The only way I can beat him.
Yeah, but how you gonna
if
get
I
hold of him?
Close enough and I grapple him.
I'll be surprised if he shakes you off, G.
No, I can grapple him.
Yeah, but how you going to get
That's a
hold of
long
him?
way, fam. I'll tie him.
Yeah, but you're the average Joe in the street. He's not. You could probably grapple. I don't know, a regular flyweight or featherweight, probably like that.
I'm not trying to get him in.
Probably maybe grapple Lomachenko or something. Maybe, but
no, there's no boxer I'm trying to get him in. They've been training for too much. I'm not saying that, but in a street fight, I think I can just grapple. If I come from the side, just like a rugby team.
fam, if one arm gets loose, it's long.
Yeah, that's long. It is long.
But anyways,
Let's talk football, man.
Football.